I'd like to thank everyone for being here. My name is Misty, and the topic of this group is stress, how we are dealing with it, and how we can be dealing with it in different ways. So, coping with stress. The first thing I want to do is kind of give everybody an understanding of how I operate and how I'd like to see this group flow. One of the most important things is confidentiality. You know, everybody needs to know that what they say in this group stays in this group. And then it's respect, that whatever people are saying, that you're going to be heard. No one is going to, you know, mock you or not be sympathetic to you. We will be, even if someone has a differing opinion, then we'll just do it respectfully. We'll do it with confidentiality, so nothing is talked about outside of this room. And along that line, I do have a confidentiality form. I'd like for you to look over it. If you have any questions, just take one, pass it on. If you have any questions, just let me know. I want everyone to know that right now we're videotaping our session, and so it will be shared with school, with our class, but you can go ahead and feel free to share. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to let you know that there's no expectation for talking in the group. You don't have to talk, it's not mandatory. You can get as much by listening as you can from sharing. I mean, I want you to be active and participate and ask informed questions from your neighbor and maybe give your suggestions and opinions, but it isn't a requirement. So if you feel under the gun or you feel pressure, just say pass, and that's perfectly fine too. Okay, so if you like, we can introduce ourselves. We can say what our stressors are and what we're doing to deal with it. And I'll go first. So my name is Misty. My main stressors, I think, are the pressures from work and school, like many of us, having your family, being busy. So time would be my biggest stressor. It seems to get away from me. It seems like it's kind of unmanageable sometimes, and you know, you just feel overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed personally, then I don't function. I just freeze. You know, I could just sit in the same spot for 20 minutes the whole time thinking I'm wasting time while I'm watching the clock tick by, and that's completely unproductive, and you know, it just doesn't get me anywhere. So some of the things that I'm doing to help with my stress is I'm, you know, making a list of things that need to be done. I try to give an estimate of how long it'll take me to do them, and then check them off, and that makes me feel better through my day. But clearly, because I'm still feeling that stress, I need to be doing more to cope with my own stresses. And that's how I feel about it.
Hello everybody, I'm Joanne, and I am a new mother and a new wife, and my stressors is just the stress of having a new baby at home, not knowing why she's crying or what to do. Just like all the different decisions that go into parenting, and doing something new for the first time, you know, following people's advice, and you know, some things work and some things don't, and just that alone is stressful, the transition into a new phase of life, and how it changes marriage and relationship, and just changing, you know, and going with the flow of that, and making each thing successful. And what I'm doing to cope with that is I am going to church more. I'm going to MOPS, Mothers of Preschoolers, and that helps really being around other mothers and other women who have been there before and who know what to do, and having that support and that help has been helpful to me, but I am still learning, you know, how to cope with stress, and you know, the exhaustion, being up all night, sometimes all day, sometimes days, and just functioning with that lack of sleep.
Well, the first thing I want to say, Samantha, is congratulations on being a new wife and a new mother.
Thank you. It's my nickname.
Okay, stop, Tyler.